gotta go. If ain't nobody know, don't need a rainbow to find a pot of gold. Pockets on that hippopotamus, bitch, I'm cold. I know you see that snotty nose. Up in the air, hella hang time. Finna throw it up just like some gang signs. Got 5 niggas on the same crime, but one in the pack gon' change mine. Let's get it.
Hello? Excuse me. 10,000 YouTube subscribers. Verified on Twitter. Even went to the 2K Pro League. The one and only JSmoove. Yeah. Today, I just want to do like a reaction video, something for the YouTube, I like doing these reaction videos now. Sorry, it's my new thing on here until like 2K20 come out. And what else to do besides ESPN first take? First take. So let's get into it then, bro.
He doesn't violate trust. He's a rough rider in that regard as well. All of those things taken into consideration, I think is something that LeBron can do. But I would also like to add this, Max. I think Portland should be interested. I think Philadelphia should be interested. And from what I'm hearing, and I've been hearing this all morning since we did the segment over an hour ago, I'm hearing that there's chitter-chatter going on behind Melo's back. I don't know from who, but it's not players.
I think I know that feeling. I think I know that feeling, bro. Like chitter-chat behind the scenes or not. But I think Melo should be in the league, bro. Melo definitely should be in the league. You cannot tell me it's so many players better than Melo. Even if he's not even starting, it's not that many players better than Melo. Even at his age right now, bro. Like, he still can hoop. We all seen it, some of the videos where he just be shooting, and he be killing it. So he should definitely be in the NBA, bro. If Philly got him, Ben Simmons, I don't know what shooting guard is. Melo, Tobias. Oh no, they can have Ben Simmons, Tobias, Melo, Al Horford, and freaking what's his name? I forgot his name. Joel Embiid. There it is. And Joel Embiid at starting 5. I definitely like team on 2K against anybody. God.
It's coaches, it's GMs. And a lot of people don't realize that sometimes these coaches and GMs have the same reps as one another. So you say one person could say something and it can circulate because that click is intact and they don't even know whether it's true or not. They're just going on word of mouth.
It doesn't seem like Carmelo deserves to have his reputation smeared behind the scenes. If that's what's keeping him out of the league, it doesn't appear to me to be fair. Right. That said, LeBron, sure, he put in a word for Carmelo, but only Carmelo can do for Carmelo. Now, what do I mean by that? He's still not completely getting it, Stephen A. The idea that a team needs to pay such special attention to their 10th best player, or the guy who's going to get the 10th most minutes on the team.
He's not 10th.
That guy's now willing to do X, Y, and Z. That's not how it works. If you're the 10th guy on the roster, you just show up, audition for the job, hope you get the job, and take what they give you. But Carmelo, because he was a superstar, of course he's used to the world not treating him that way. But if I'm running a team and I'm like, okay, the guy's not a good catch and shoot 3-point shooter, just hasn't been.
Yeah.
And he's, which is surprising because he could shoot well. And he's not a defender. And it's so like here's a guy who I think could get the most out of Carmelo.
Melo's a one-on-one dude. I don't think he's a catch and shoot type of guy. That's an off-ball type of guy. He's a one-on-one dude, get you a bucket. Simple.
Melo and who Carmelo could probably help still. Popovich and the Spurs, right? They have a good track record at taking old, skillful players and putting them in the position to make contributions to winning efforts, right? But that takes an egoless kind of situation. So you think of the stars that most recently, Pau Gasol didn't get a ton of minutes and wasn't a great player anymore, but could be put in positions to make contributions. A team like that, maybe Carmelo could work on.
Paul,
And
this off fell
clearly,
off.
he's
Sorry.
better than guys
Sorry.
riding benches for other teams. The difference is
Sorry, Lakers
those
fans.
guys don't even. It never occurs to them to say, "I am now willing to do X, Y, and Z." Yeah, no kidding. You're the 12th best guy on the team. Of course, you take what we give you.
Well,
Not
here's
the
where you
12.
have a point without even realizing it. When, no, I don't mean that disrespectfully in any way. No, it is a compliment, but he's making a point without even realizing it. Melo, you're not the star anymore. Well, what do stars usually do? They don't come with just themselves. They come with their team. They come with an entourage of people. You know, a few. It could be just 2 or 3 people, but you got people that are flexing on your behalf, thinking that they have a level of cachet that they no longer have because you're no longer that dude. Sometimes you got to come by yourself and you got to let all of that go. Where I'm diametrically opposed to what you're saying is only in this one category. When you talk about Melo's got to come and work out and what have you, it's not like Melo is sitting at home saying, "I'm Melo, you should call me."
Facts.
His agent has called. They've called the Clippers. They've called the Lakers. They've called Philadelphia. They've spoken to Portland. You got Damian Lillard, who's spoken up on Melo's behalf in the past, wanted Melo to come on 2 separate occasions. Melo elected not to go to Portland. That might have been a mistake on his part, depending on who you ask. Right now, from what I'm hearing, Terry Stotts has some reservations about Melo being in Portland. I don't know whether that's finite or not, but he does have some reservations, along with others. I got to wonder if there's anything at all that Mike D'Antoni is saying about Carmelo Anthony and whether or not that's having an impact. Or Daryl Morey after what Melo said about how things transpired in his exit from Houston. You just never know. So you got to think about all these things. But at the end of the day, could Melo help the Lakers? I think so. But I do think that somebody that just texted me made a very, very valid point when they said Melo coming alone. Not with your team. That does matter.
Stephen A., cutting through all the noise then, I mean, then we could come back to the alleged power of LeBron, right? So you said LeBron, they're friends. LeBron has advocated for him. I'm curious then, do you think LeBron has already tried to make a push for Carmelo Anthony? And if he didn't, why not?
I will say.
I don't think he has. I mean, if I was LeBron's shoes, I would. I don't know. I mean, he is your friend, but this is talking about an NBA team where, I don't know. Should he?
Say this to you. This is, and I don't, in fairness to LeBron, I do not know, because I did not ask this question. I did not ask, so I don't know. But I don't believe that LeBron has prioritized going to the Lakers and saying, "I want you to bring Melo to the squad." I don't believe he's done that. I don't believe he's done that.
That would be very interesting if that was.
Of course he hasn't done it, or Melo would be on that team. Of course, we know this. LeBron runs the Lakers. Nobody can here tell me LeBron does not control who's on that roster, who's not on the roster. Come on. We've seen it happen before in the past, numerous times. So we know LeBron did not do that.
The case.
Yeah, he should look out for his guy.
They need a big first though. The Lakers need a big first.
Right, he should look out for his guy, and Carmelo shouldn't be unfairly drummed out of anything. He should be getting in and out of the merits.
LeBron did speak up for him last year when his name was being smeared.
Right, but LeBron is chasing a championship. In those situations, even a marginal player who may contribute in a certain way, like what can Quinn Cook do? Shoot the lights out, right? Like you don't want to burn a roster spot just to do a favor for a guy. Right. You want to know that that guy can help you win a championship. And by the way, D'Antoni, if D'Antoni has anything to do with it, I'll say this. When Jeremy Lin was when Lin Sanity was in New York, and I heard chirping, "Oh, Carmelo's a ball stopper. It's better off without him." I was telling everyone they were nuts. Carmelo's never been in a situation in New York with a winning team. Watch what's going to happen when Carmelo comes back. I was supporting him. Guess what happened? The ball stopped. And D'Antoni, that happened. So if now at this point in Carmelo's career, GMs are maybe wary of like, remember how it was when we were like, no, we want to play differently, and there was an unwillingness to fully put your spirit into it. That you reap what you sow.
Max, I think that it's incredibly important, and this is the last point because I know we got to go. It's incredibly important that if somebody like Melo doesn't have a spot amongst 450 players, that the reason is highlighted as to why that is. I'm talking about by the teams. If you're a team and you sit up there and say, look, it's a difficult proposition to have a coach for us looking on the edge of the bench from the 10th to the 15th rotation with Carmelo Anthony sitting there. He's Carmelo Anthony. We can't do that to him. That is an easy sell as to why you wouldn't have Melo on your team.
That's why people like Royce Ryder are reacting this way. You know why?
But there is no excuse. There's no excuse to sit up there and act like he's not as talented, one of the top 450 players.
Facts.
Thank you so much for watching ESPN on
Facts.
YouTube.
That's facts. I believe Melo should definitely be on the team, but I don't think he should be in the 10th or the 15th. He should be somewhere in the second string for somebody, even freaking for the Suns or the Hornets, somebody. You feel me? He should definitely be on the team. I don't know what it is, man. I can't speak. I don't know. That's just my opinion. You feel me? But make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Let me know how y'all feel about this reaction. And if y'all keep doing this, you know, I'm just trying something new. Yeah, that way. And we out.
I feel like Machiavelli, you can't call me on my telly. Peanut running that bitch back, got the sideline acting jelly.